So I've been running on and off for the last 5 or 6 years. I started running as a way of getting physically stronger and fitter, but I soon realised that it helped improve my emotional health. When I'm running regularly, I'm calmer, more focused, more able to deal with stressful situations. This year I was diagnosed with MS, which obviously came as a bit of a blow, and it's taken some time for me to get my head around it. One of the ways that I'm doing that is by returning to running. It's a way of taking some kind of positive action, some kind of control back, really. I'm exercising my body when I'm running, but it also gives me a chance to kind of order my mind and accept things for what they are. I've got MS, it is what it is, it's a bit rubbish, but I think everybody has their own issues and circumstances that they're trying to work through, so it's not that different really. The thing is with running, is you don't need any special skills, you don't need any talent really, you just need to put your trainers on and get out the front door. And you run for you. If you start to get a bit faster, or if you go a bit further, or even if you just make it out there, no one else is really going to be that interested, but they're your own little achievements that you can be proud of, so it's a great self-esteem boost. Whether you're a club runner, an elite athlete, or someone who occasionally gets out there on a sunny afternoon, the benefits from running are essentially the same, I think. And I think it's impossible to regret a run, even on the days that you feel a bit rubbish or when the weather's bad. If you make it out there, even if it's just for 20 minutes, guaranteed that you'll be glad you did.
Hey everyone, my name's Phil Norman and I'm a proud member of Team Jordan Joseph. I am a track runner based down here in North Devon, specialising in the 3,000 metre steeplechase. This season I've represented England in the event and I was in the top 10 in the British rankings, hoping to achieve better next season and get a Team GB vest. At Team Jordan Joseph we're all about chasing fitness, but it can mean a number of different things to different people. But to me, it's about being the best you can possibly be and realising your true potential, working hard to get there and overcoming challenges on the way. Athletics has really changed my life. This year I was able to go to Austria and this was running for England in a road mile event. Great experience. It's great socially to be part of a club where you're with people who are like-minded and you just help push each other to be your best. The main thing is getting the training in when you're working full-time. That's the hardest thing for me. Early in the morning, 5:30, getting out there, running on the roads, weekends, evenings, pretty much any free time's gone. But it's all part of it for myself, it's what I've got to do. I think the main thing to remember is though that chasing fitness can mean different things to different people, and no matter who you are, what your circumstances are, there's always a place for you in the sport, in athletics especially. Anyone can go out and run. Doesn't matter how fast you're running, as long as you are running, you'll be improving each day, getting better, and you'll just be a better person for it.
Hi everyone, my name's Mara. I am from London and I also run the blog The Fit Londoner. I am really happy to be part of Jordan Joseph's Diversity in Running campaign because I'm really interested, I'm really passionate about trying to get people of all ethnicities, of all colour, of all background into sport, but also getting people to challenge themselves and defy their own expectations that either they have of themselves or what people have of them. Me, for example, I am training for Ironman, which is a really, really hard triathlon. I have never done a triathlon before, and I want to prove that if I can conquer the fears that I have on my journey to becoming an Ironman finisher, so can you.
Hi, I'm Dawn Nisbet and I'm here to tell you about my journey in chasing fitness. So I'm a 42-year-old mum of 2 and I work full-time. My running journey really started in March of 2016. At that point, I'll let you know, I was 7 stone overweight. I hadn't done any physical activity in a long time, and that had really led to low self-confidence, low self-esteem, and a pretty low opinion of myself, really. I enjoyed my job and I love being a mum to my children, but in terms of me and what I felt proud of myself for achieving, there wasn't an awful lot there, if I'm totally honest. And then in March last year, my stepmum, who's been in our family for over 30 years, was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. Obviously I was gutted and I wanted to do something to show my support for her. So I decided I was going to run the race for life. I knew that by doing that it would show my support for her, and I'd also be able to raise some money for cancer research in her name. So I started training with my cousins who'd lost their grandfather to cancer that year, and it was awful. If I'm totally honest, it was awful. There was a lot of crying, a lot of sweating, and it certainly wasn't pretty. But somewhere in the journey to that race, I found I actually started enjoying myself. At the start, it was when it was over and I could go and have a bath and de-sweat. But I also enjoyed spending the time with other people. But somewhere along the way, I started to feel a little bit proud of myself that I'd said I was going to do something and I was working towards that. Never once did I think about giving up, because it wasn't for me. I'd given up diets and gym splurges many times because it was just about me. But for this time, because it was for somebody else, I kept going. So we did the race and it was brilliant fun. We did the pretty muddy one, so there was mud places you shouldn't have mud. And I realised that with nothing to aim for after that race, I was really worried my life would return to how it was before and totally inactive. And then somebody recommended Park Run to me. Park Run has totally changed my life. My first one there, I met people who were understanding, supportive, kind. There were people there who were elite runners that run 5k in stupid times I could never dream of, but they supported me, and now many of those are my friends. I've now done 42 park runs. I've done ones around the country. When I go on holiday, the first thing I pack now is my trainers, and then I look on the Park Run website about where's the closest. So I've been to Devon, I've been to Cornwall, I've done London, and I love Park Run. Park Run is the start of my weekend. If you'd have told me 2 years ago I'd get up early on a Saturday to go and run 5k, I'd think you were crazy, but I love it. So my message really is, you can see I'm not young, I'm still overweight, that I'm not slim, so it's not always easy, but I love it. And my story really is about helping people that it doesn't matter what your starting point, just go out there and give it a go and just start with small steps. I remember struggling to run from one lamppost to another when I first started out, but I managed it, and then each time I extended that to the 2 lampposts along. To date, I've done 3 10Ks. I did the Great Manchester Run last year, and I've done 2 runs with Run for All, and absolutely love it. I always do it with friends, and I meet people I've not met before and have an amazing time. And my life has totally transformed. I'm still not thin. You can't see the whole of me, but I'm still overweight. But the biggest thing for me, I always thought I would be happy when I was thin. But actually, what's made me happy is realising what makes me happy, and that I have the skills and the tools to go out there and do that for myself. My mental health and well-being is much better than it was, and I know when I have a dip about low self-confidence or life gets a bit much with juggling work and children and home and all those different things, that people have lots of different things that they have to do in their life, that I know I have the tools to go out there and do that. And Saturday morning for me is about going to see my friends at Park Run and having a bit of fun. There's the occasional cry now, that some days it's harder than others. I've done Park Run in the snow, but I love it. And a picture of me crossing the finish line went viral last year. And what I love is that picture of me that shows joy and achievement as I cross the finish line at Park Run has spoken to so many people that actually look at her. She's not small, she's not young, she's overweight, that she did it, and look at the fun she's having, maybe I'll give it a go. And I know there's lots of people out there that are either just that one step away from taking that first step, and it's be brave. You're in control of your happiness and your well-being and your physical activity. Just go out there and love every minute of it. But thank you for listening. Bye.
Running has quite literally always been there for me. Ever since I was a kid, I remember my mum buying me my first trainers, lacing up and going for that first run. I'd never looked back since. And like most people when they're younger and going through their teen years into their 20s, I have my personal problems, tough decisions to make and stuff to come to terms with. But running was always there. It kept my mind focused, my body healthy and me positive about my life. It quite literally has been my therapist, and I owe it an unpayable debt for that reason alone. Even today, as I've grown up, every time work gets a little bit tough, I can literally put my trainers on, go out there, go for my run, come back, and my head's much more focused, and I feel really positive about any tough decision I had to make. So if you're ever thinking about taking up running for any reason, it's the best therapist in the world, and I can't recommend it enough.
Hi, I'm Caroline and I'm part of Team Jordan Joseph, and I'm here to tell you about why chasing fitness and running has become so important to me and what changes it can make to your life. Now, over the last couple of years, I've learnt to expect the unexpected, and I've experienced a lot of events that have left me feeling let down, upset and daunted by the responsibilities that lie ahead of me. And inevitably, my health and fitness took a backseat until last November. I decided that enough was enough, and I decided to start running. I've never really liked running before. I used to start out too fast and think that I had to be a runner as soon as possible, and that just wasn't going to work. I came back with a red face and exhausted, and it wasn't a good look, and it wasn't enjoyable either. So I decided to start off very slow and just do a couple of K each time, and gradually every single time I went out, which was in my lunch times or just after work, I improved with every time. So since then I've done my first 10k race. I'd never done 10k before last year, and I did my first ultra challenge, which was a half marathon over the Seven Sisters Cliffs in the south coast. It was actually fine. I finished it with a smile on my face, and I still smile when I think about it now, and I'm very proud of myself for doing that half marathon. As far as how it can help you, it sounds cheesy, but the possibilities are endless. It can help with losing baby weight, it can help with just clearing your mind, it can help with any stresses that are coming into your day, work, family, anything, bills. It's allowed me to meet people I wouldn't have met before. Just generally find something that I enjoy. You can just do a jog down the road for a couple of minutes, slow as you like, and at least you're off the sofa. The good thing about running is that it doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what's been in the past, what's to come. Running does teach you how to live in the present and just to take in your surroundings and appreciate it. And I think that's a good attitude to have.
Evening guys, my name is Joslin-Allen. I am a long distance and cross country runner for Team The Tunbridge Athletics Club and Team Jordan Joseph, and I'm just going to tell you a little bit about what chasing fitness means to me. Ever since I was a youngster, I've always been chasing something. I guess I've always chased fitness because I've wanted to be the best and I wanted to compete with the best. Luckily I've represented England twice now at junior level, and I really want to try and transition to the senior level over the next few years. Chasing fitness to me is a way of life. It's fantastic. The sport I do is incredibly tough. Only the strong survive, only the strong make it through, but at the same time it's also about loving the process and just enjoying it and staying cool as a cucumber. Anyone who's thinking about starting running or has been running for a long time and wants to get better, I think there's no real easy way to get there. It's going to be you're going to have to work hard, you're going to have to put in the hard hours. I think anyone can achieve anything that they put their mind to. I think I'm a very big believer in that. I've seen examples of guys that I've trained with, guys that I've been friends with for years, really making the step up on a professional level, on an amateur level, and also just recreational runners, like making huge jumps, huge improvements, just because they just take it a little bit more seriously. They still enjoy it, and I think that's part of the love for it. To be that serious, you've got to really love it, absolutely love it, and love the process. But above all, it's taking time to know when to pick your moments, when to really chase fitness and when maybe to not chase fitness. It's about being smart about your training and just enjoying it.
Hi everyone, it's 6 years since I started running, and I guess the main reason was because I had heard that it was really good for anxiety and depression. Well, I am proof that it does help, because I was taking antidepressants for a good 30 years on and off, and now I have been medication free for 6 years. So if you suffer from the same or similar issues as myself, why don't you give it a go? It really honestly does work. Once I started, I never looked back. Running has quite literally been my saviour, and I have so much to thank it for.